Okay, I think this is it day 8? Let's get sure on what day is my Whole30. Anyway, because it could be day 8 or day 9. I think we're day 8. But anyhow, Whole30 is still going. I did end up doing the potato chips, and I know I'm probably no longer Whole30 compliant because they said don't make potato chips on Whole30. But I didn't deep fry them. I baked them. And I realized, okay, I actually looked at a video. Yes, I'm doing all the wrong things. But I did, I don't have a wire rack, so I don't have the tools to even probably bake them properly. But with that being said, they are better than the last time, and I got a little crunch out of them, you know. But what I realized, potato chips are not my jam. And there's something I like when I'm baking. I like those kind of like, I guess, the scallop potatoes, but the little thicker ones. Like, you see how like thick this is? I want them that thick. I don't want the thin. This is not as satisfying. I think it's because the plantains are so hearty, and I feel more satiated when I eat those. And I feel like even though these are tasty, they're weightless and they don't really satisfy you. So you have to keep eating more of them. And I don't want to do that. I still only use one potato for all of these. And it does help with portion control. But I realize that it doesn't bring me joy. So making the potato chips is not as satisfying as I thought it would be to eat them. And maybe it's because maybe my taste buds are changing. Maybe my desire for sugar is changing. Maybe I'm no longer needing or craving the level of sugar because maybe my microbiome is kind of changing a little bit because the other sugar bugs in my belly are not getting their fix, and they probably died off and pooped off probably by now. And they're like, oh, you ain't feeding me like you used to, so I'm out. Peace. You know? Because yeah, now my taste buds have changed. I know this is not a surprise. Every time I go on through Whole30, my taste buds do eventually change. Once you start removing the sugar and the excess salt out of your diet, all of a sudden it feels like the taste buds in my tongue turn on. And like now you're more sensitive to the subtleties of flavors. Like yesterday I had a pink lady apple for dessert around 8:30 p.m. And I was like, this apple is delicious. Oh, this apple's so good. This is the best tasting apple. Oh, it's so sweet. Like literally, clearly my taste buds had changed. Because it's like, this apple ain't got no sweeter than when I had it 2 weeks ago. But since I hadn't had like anything real sweet, I was like, ooh, this apple's just good, you know? Because I also had these Spindrift drinks, and so I was sipping like one of those, taking the bite of apple, and this wasn't very sweet at all. This is more on the sour side. So then against the apple, which was on the sweet side, so it was way more enjoyable. And I know also on the flip side, when I'm going through these light cleanses, if I come back to something like my favorite ice cream, it is so sweet to me. It's like I can't eat it. I'm like, I can't eat past this. I won't be able to finish a scoop. It'll be just like too much because my taste buds have gotten sensitive to less sugar. So it's already a good thing. Like, I'm not complaining. I just noticed that this is where my body, like maybe it took a week to like go through your sugar withdrawals and like, okay, I'm adjusting. Okay, we here with that apple. We're like, oh yeah, we here now. Apples are all popping now. You know, and it's just like, okay, apples are good. Okay. So now what happens is now I can really enjoy and savor like fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, in a way where the flavors just becoming start to come alive now, because I'm no longer in that hyper palatable place, you know, like a hyper palatable flaming hot Cheeto or Doritos or you know, sour cream and onion Ruffles potato chips, sour cream and cheddar Ruffles potato chips, like all those super intense flavors are very hyper palatable. So that means that you gotta punch. It's like punched up so far that any subtle foods that have subtle flavors is just like almost like you're numb to it. So my tongue is now readjusting to better, more sensitivity to the subtleties of flavor, which makes the body crave less salt, less sugar, and so that's a good thing. So now we're kind of almost like recalibration. So with that being said, I have like all these chips from that one potato. The potato was about this big. It wasn't a big potato. It was just like about that big. I also used, what do they call it? So it's that. It's like the slicing grater. They have a fancy name for it, but I didn't know what the name escapes me. But I have these like cheese graters that come in different cuts, and there's one that's just a slither where you can slice the potato. So I used that, and it was a lot thinner. That's how I got these. But I don't really. I'm realizing that I don't really want potato chips. I want the thicker slices because I like plantains and I like the hardiness of a plantain. I think I want that thicker potato as well. Like I love potato wedges. I love steak fries. I like the thick potato even more than the thin French fries and all that. So I think that's just my personal preference. I want more potato in my, but I still want the crisp, but I want more potato. Maybe like a Yuca fry. Maybe it's like, maybe I just like the thicker rooted fried vegetable thing. Yuca fry, actually, that might be the next thing. Maybe I'll do potatoes this week and then see if I can find me some yuca. Yucas are so thick though. I mean, I think I might have to boil those and then bake them. But yucas are so good. Yuca fries. Now, mind you, I'm not frying any of this stuff. I'm just baking them. But I would like to see if I can do like a yuca version of this. So I've done the plantain. I like the plantain. Potatoes are high strung, man. You got to do all this stuff about the starches and keeping them from going black and everything. These other more ethnic root vegetables, like with the yuca and the plantain, they're a little more easy. They're like, yeah, we can work with you, like, and I think they have like more vitamins in it too. They're more vitamin rich. So I still have a good amount of potatoes. I think there is a Whole30 compliant recipe for mashed potatoes, but I don't know. I don't trust it. What are you going to use as a cream for the potato? Because if you use coconut milk, it's going to kind of be sweet, and I don't want my potatoes sweet, isn't it? Or like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just judging without knowing. So let me stay open and try to consider a Whole30 compliant mashed potato recipe. I'll try it and see what I want to do with that. Because I don't think I'm going to be doing this every day. This ain't the jam. It's just, they're just too fickle that I don't have the right tools for it. And it's not, I'm not getting the same enjoyment out of it as versus like one of my plantain chips or something. So I might let that go. And then I can be back in compliance anyway. The other thing is I need to do a week 2 to my meal plan. I still haven't finished all of week one's meal plan. I make this citrus salad of like all these different citrus fruits and peel them and chop them and put them together, and it's just like a, a rainbow of like grapefruit, orange, tangerine, lemon, lime, blood orange for color. Sometimes I do a pomelo, and then I still consider like pineapples part of the citrus family as well. So I'll put some pineapple in there. I usually don't do strawberries, but I could. It is very citrusy, but yeah, those are the types of things. I have a pineapple, so I probably will do pineapple and the other citrus fruits. I did get my groceries ordered, and to my chagrin, they didn't provide the blood oranges. They gave me some like Cara oranges. I never had Cara oranges before. I don't think that's gonna be the same taste, flavor, or color of a blood orange. But maybe they didn't have them or in the store, because blood oranges are sometimes hard to find. So she gave me those with a substitute, and I didn't get a chance to block it before she sent it and delivered it. So I was like, okay, well, I got Cara oranges, so let's try that. But I really like blood oranges. So yeah, I do this like very citrus like melody, and I call it a citrus salad, but it's not lettuce salad. It's more fruit salad, citrus fruit salad. So I'm gonna put that together, and that's gonna be like a nice breakfast treat this week. I'm almost through with my sweet potato little thingies. I might make some more. I'm on the fence about it. I haven't decided. That was a big commitment to put all that together. They were delicious. I might make them again. They were pretty good. I might do something different. Maybe something more apple based. But yeah. And then also I still have the spaghetti squash left. And the spaghetti squash, I still have the tomato sauce, but I get tired of the same dish over and over again. So to switch it up, I wonder if I can do like an Asian style noodle dish out of the spaghetti squash. And now that sesame oil is approved, I can definitely, saute it in sesame oil, but, maybe get some Chinese broccoli. I think it's called gailan. Maybe some bok choy. And do like a ginger garlic thing, and maybe cook some chicken, and do like almost like chicken and chicken with noodles, but like more with the Asian flavors. I have some fukuyami flakes. I can do something. I think I even have some chili paste to give it some heat. The only thing about the spaghetti squash is it is kind of sweet to me. I like my noodles more bland and savory. And so even though a lot of people suggest, yeah, do the spaghetti squash as your spaghetti and meatballs, the noodles are just so sweet. I think I might have to go back to zucchini noodles, which is a more neutral flavor, less sweet, for my spaghetti and meatball recipe. I only really do spaghetti squash when I'm on this type of diet, but I need to find the right meal for it. I feel like the spaghetti and meat sauce is not what I want out of that. I need a different type of noodle for that. So zucchini noodles might be the best way. Zucchini noodles, or a yellow squash noodle. Ooh, if I can make a yellow squash noodle, that would be good. Anyway, I'm just brainstorming out loud. Yeah, so just moving and grooving. A weekend. We got about 3 more weeks to go. I think my face is trimming down a little bit, so looking forward to what's next. We'll see.